What's up, guys? I believe today is officially the first day of May. It is. Today is May 1st. My favorite month to fish the lake, really my favorite month to fish in Florida. No matter what species you're targeting, it's usually biting in this month. And just wanted to hop on here real quick and run through what 4 rods I think you need to have on your deck every day, and really probably the only 4 rods you need on your deck every day throughout the month of May. All right, it's fun fishing, especially with the way the lake's setting up. So I'm just gonna run through it for you real quick. Number 1, this is a 7-4 chatter trap. It's a rattle trap rod. Senko sticks, obviously. All 4 of these rods I'm gonna list are going to be Senko sticks rods. Something to throw a lipless on. You know, obviously this rod, my number 1 pick this time of year is going to be a 1/2 ounce trap, no matter what brand it is, whichever one you prefer. Just because we're getting into that schooling time of year, especially right now with the lake being super low, you're having fish that are feeding on both shad and brim at the same time in the same spot. With the wind starting to blow a little bit here and there or lay off, it's making the water, you know, maybe a little dirty at times, but it's blowing bait onto these points, into these mouths of boat lanes, things like that. Have been catching a lot of fish on this guy, and this bite is only going to improve you know, as we get later into the year. This is something I'll really have on my deck between now and September. Don't shy away from the trap. Big fish eat it. All right. I throw mine on 17-pound fluoro. I'm a big fan, like I said before, of these Booyahs, just because they come with good hooks, stock out of the pack, EWG style hooks. I think that makes a big difference. For a color, anything with chrome in it, chrome blue back, chrome black back, and I do like a gold trap as well if I get into some cleaner water. But definitely gonna want to have this guy ready, especially if you're flipping on the outside and you look out and see him schooling. That's what you want to throw at him. Next, probably everybody's favorite frog rod. Okay, this is the 7.3 heavy BTO series from Senko Sticks. I absolutely love this thing. He makes a number of different frog rods. This is the one that I love the most so far. Awesome bait, catches a lot of giant fish, imitating those brim, getting up shallow. We're on a new moon today, not seeing too many brim beds, or at least brim beds with brim on them, but a lot of these bass and brim have been pulled out towards the outside edge, and we're catching some really big fish even on this guy, throwing it on the outside. Any little pockets, any little lanes, edges, it's so shallow that it's nothing for him to come up and crash this thing. Again, you guys know me, I just throw it in all black. This is the Gambler Poppin' Frog. It's the one that I like. I'm throwing this on a Bates Hundo. I've got 50-pound braid on here. I'm experimenting. I know, crazy. I'm a 65-pounder die guy out here, but I absolutely love these reels. I love them. I love the way that they palm, I love the way they cast, they handle, they're strong, but they don't hold a lot of line, obviously because of their small profile. So when it comes to bombing a frog, I need some more line. I'm spooling the reel, and I think with this really shallow water, making those long casts makes a difference. So I'm trying the 50-pound. We'll see what happens there. But again, this is a 7.3 heavy. Next, this is the 7.9 Big O rod. I can't say enough good things about this rod. I truly fall more in love with it every single day. Just how effortless it is to flip either a Texas rig and or a jig. I've got a jig on there right now, and I'm probably going to do my best to keep a jig on here for the foreseeable future. Your landing ratio just goes way up, and I just love catching them on it. But you can substitute that out for a 3/4 or a 1/2 ounce weight with like a beaver style bait on there. But with the water being real shallow, even with the water being fairly clean, that jig lands a little softer once you get used to it. It falls different, not necessarily slower or faster, it just falls different. And it's more of like a subtle presentation. It's a bigger profile bait, but just the way, I don't know, these fish are in here, they're feeding, they're looking for brim, and that thing imitates it perfect. And again, it's got an exposed hook, so your landing ratio goes way up. However, if kind of like this afternoon, came out and played a little bit, the fish were in a little bit thicker stuff. If you find yourself struggling to get the jig into the thick Kissimmee grass or the thick clumps of reeds where these fish are, don't kill yourself. Just go to a Texas rig. Catching a lot of fish on that too. But as far as what rod, just have a big flipping rod on the deck. Flipping's going to be kind of my #1 go-to deal right now, really for the next couple of months. aside from finding some, some calmer areas to throw that frog, this guy will definitely is a must-have right now. Got this on a Bates Hundo 65-pound braid. This is a Gambler Jigzilla. I like that one. I also like the no jack flipping jig by Dirty Jigs, but either one of those will work great. And then last but not least, kind of a sleeper, one that's we've been catching a lot of fish on here as of late has been a swim jig rod. The only time I've really picked up a swim jig in the last 2 years or so has been throwing a white one on the outside edge on a shad spawn, what have you. But throwing a black and blue one and or a white one just up in the grass has been working great. Again, your landing ratio is awesome. You're getting a lot of bites and covering a lot of water. So substitute it. It all depends on where you're fishing. And I just keep one swim jig rod, and I've literally got, laying right here on the floor of my boat, a shad pattern. So if I lay down, oh, it looks like there's a bunch of shad around, water's kind of dirty or what have you, I'll tie this one on. If I push to the back, so you start seeing a lot of bluegill, I'll throw this guy, or I'll just do like I did today. I wasn't sure which one I wanted to throw, so I went with a dark, this is a June bug skirt. I throw on this 1/2 ounce no jack swim jig, and I just put a shad patterned NLBN K-tail on the back. So it's kind of like, I don't know, a mixture of both. Caught a few fish on that. this is a 7.6 heavy Senko sticks here. This is actually, I think, like one of his prototypes that I told him, what the hell, let me try it out. But it's just a swim jig rod. It's got a really soft tip, which I like. I think the soft tip is definitely key for catching big fish out here on the swim jig. It just lets the fish load up on it in the grass and you more or less just pull into them. Almost like an extra heavy chatterbait setup. And I got this on an Abu Garcia STX 65-pound braid, 6:6 to 1 gear ratio. Try it. If you're struggling with a swim jig, throw it on a slower reel. Every rotation, it just helps that 1/2 ounce jig falls to you, throws a little bit of slack in the line that just helps them fish grab the bait a little better. But that's it. These are probably the 4 rods that are going to be on my deck literally for the next 30 days, and probably won't stem too far from that. Possibly working a worm and what have you, but these are 4 must-haves out here on Lake Okeechobee. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'd say if you wanted to book a trip, let me know, but I believe I am totally booked up for the month of May for good reason. If you want to get your days in for next May, let me know. We can take a deposit, get you guys in the book. You guys are pretty much wide open next May. You can pick your dates around the moon. And then we've, the next full moon around June is going to be good as well. I would think there's going to be a big push of bluegill, as well as, really the whole month of May just fires off. The lake's real low. I'm getting ready to actually run out here and go look at something, just kind of off the beaten path to go see what it looks like. But it's changing every day, but the lake is fishing very good. Wrapped up a morning trip this morning. We ended up catching a few decent fish. So let me know if you guys want to get out there. Let me know if you guys have any questions. And if you want to check out Senko Sticks, definitely do yourself a favor. I'll try to link their website in the description below. And quality built rods, built, it sounds cliche, but built for fishermen by fishermen. I know Alex and his whole team would rather be out here on the lake than building rods, but they build the best ones you can ever put in your hands, and I can't say enough good things about them. So I'm gonna head in, go find the air conditioning, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Appreciate it. Tight lines.